Number 40, the graph shows the number in thousands of undergraduate students who majored in biological science, engineering, or liberal arts in the United States from 1990 to 2000. During which two-year period did the number of engineering students, so we're focusing on the blue part of the graph, decrease the most? During which two-year period did the number of engineering students decrease the most? Estimate the rate of change for this time period. What we're looking for, rate of change, is just a fancy way of saying slope. During what two-year period did we see the biggest slope decrease? During when did it go down the fastest? Stayed the same, went down a little bit, dropped a little more dramatically, stayed the same. So where did it drop the fastest? Between this year, maybe I'll do it in blue, between this year and this year, which was 1996 to 1998. Part B, during which two-year period did the number of liberal arts students increase the most? So during which two-year period did we see the largest slope? Now liberal arts, that's green, so I'll put that in green. Where did we see the largest slope? Estimate the rate of change during that time period. Oops, I forgot to do that for Part A. I better go back and do that. What was the slope here? Looks like it went from about, 60 engineering students, 60,000, to about maybe 58,000 in a two-year period. So if it went down 80,000, if it went down from 60,000 to 58,000, it went down 2,000 students in a matter of 2 years. So that would be approximately negative 1,000 students per year. Back to B. During which two-year period did the liberal arts increase the most? Up a little bit, flat, up a little bit, flat. And this one's tough to tell because this slope, oh darn it, get the right colors. That slope looks pretty close to that slope, looks pretty close. But I think this one looks a little like the steepest part. So I'd say 1998 to 2000. Estimate the rate of change or estimate the slope between those 2 years. Well, let's see. It went from about 35,000. So this is like 1998, 35,000. And then in 2000, it looks like it's about 39,000. So in 2000, it was about 39,000. What's the rate of change there? Well, if we do y minus y over x minus x, we get about 4 over 2, which is 2. So it went up 2 students per year. Remember, we're measuring in thousands. So we'd say for Part B, it went up approximately 2,000 students per year. Part C, how did the total number of students majoring in biological science, engineering, and liberal arts change in the 10-year period? Explain your thinking. Well, it really varies from subject to subject. The number of liberal arts students went up a little bit, roughly stayed the same, and kind of gradually grew over the course of that decade. It slowly went up. If you look at biological science, how did the number of students change there? You see really steep going up. So the number of students increased very rapidly, and then it kind of leveled up and dropped a little bit. Your engineering students stayed pretty level throughout the decade. There wasn't a whole lot of change, and then towards the end of the decade, the number of engineering students dropped off a little bit.